Old Bear, the dark has taken the child. You must traverse the nightmare realm and bring her soul back before dawn, or she will be trapped there forever. Old Bear, prove your worth.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Took me a little bit, a minute. I wanted to set up a Berserker background for StreamYard. But here we are. So I'm doing some doodling a little bit, maybe about 45 minutes, not too long, before I go into work. And I figured why not get some content and do a stream. So here we are. Hopefully you guys could hear me all right. I got my microphone kind of set up here right next to me in an odd position, so hopefully it'll work okay. I haven't got a stand for it yet, or one of those arms. I had one, and I can't find it, so I'm going to have to order a new one. But yeah, here we are. So update for Berserker is still pushing for the April 2024 launch window. As of right now, I have 3 pages to do. 2.5. I got one already done in terms of the pencils. I just have to do detail on that one, and then the other half of the 2-page spread, and then the final page, and then just kind of laying everything out in terms of setting it up, which might be a learning curve. So I'm trying to give myself plenty of time, but we're already here in February practically. So, but yeah, I'm experimenting with mixing the look up for the book itself in terms of not the ash can. The ash can is proceeding as planned, but the art direction might change a little bit when we get actually into the book. So I'm doing some more experimental stuff here in terms of his size and the look of the book, and really wanted to push the form in terms of stuff like maybe like from Sam Keith, the Max, and things like that. Like his art, I want to give him like super big paws and feet and forearms and stuff. Welcome, Maji-chan. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Did you see that Royce wanted to get you in for an interview on your comic? I did see that. I did see that. So I'm gonna have to reach out to him. Work has been kind of crazy, and I also had this stomach bug I was getting over. But I'll definitely probably reach out to him later this week. I'm at work all day today. If I get a chance, I'll just shoot him a DM on Twitter and see. But I would like to have everything done first. So I would like to have the last 3 pages wrapped up and lettered. So I'm thinking maybe another week. But I'll shoot a message to him. Appreciate you putting me out there and crusading for me on A Drink with Crazy on Royce's show. I really appreciate that. So we're pushing the form here, and I'm doing some changes in terms of his design. I've been really thinking about getting rid of the skull on his belt and doing this big like medallion thing instead. Only for the fact that it'll act like an hourglass to tell him how much time he has left. And I thought that'd be kind of neat. You know, it'd serve a function. I started messing around with this digitally. Like I took a picture of this roughs that I have. I started messing around with it in Procreate because that's usually how I do my stuff. I'll do a rough pencil and then I'll refine it and change it and edit it in Procreate. Um, but yeah, I want to do some pencil stuff today. Uh, and then we'll see if we do another attack of the prompts. I don't know if you guys caught that last. Well, last week, not last week, but the week before. What's your chances you can do a bear buckle? Yeah. Um, which is a new show. You know, it took the place of the art department. It's not going to be all the time. It's whenever I can get Abra because she's very busy, but you know she's very likable and she's a great person to talk to, and she's a big fan of just art and comics in general. And she's a joy to be around, so I love having her on the show. But you know, she wants to come hang out at the art department, which of course I invited her. But you know, I didn't want her just standing there, so I made her a co-host on StreamYard. And 2 weeks ago, we did our first show called Attack of the Prompts. And what Attack of the Prompts is that it's me and whoever the artists want to show up, and Abra is the one that chooses the prompts that we draw. And it could be 2 or 3 things, or and it could be something simple like an ice cream cone, camera, and a bird. Or what she did is she did like Thundercats, she did ice cream, and then she did flippers, like swimming flippers. And so everybody like kind of drew their own interpretation of what they did. So I drew Chitara eating an ice cream cone laying on the beach is what I drew. And then Hockey drew a fun little cartoon with the Panthro getting hit in the head with a flipper and then the ice cream going in his face. And Jason Bascom drew Snarf, like a crazy killer ice cream cone Snarf. So that was pretty cool. But that's what we're going to be doing whenever I can get a chance. And I'll let you guys know ahead of time when we do that. But yeah, it's called Attack of the Prompts. And yeah, it's a whole like whole different vibe to the show. But it's real fun. We're all talking and having a good time. And it gives Abra something to do. So she's pretty much the host of the show. And she kind of picks what we do. And then also what we do is that after we draw for 45 minutes, the prompts. And then we put a poll in the chat. And then the chat picks who wins. So Hockey won the very first Attack of the Prompts, which was really neat. But yeah, I want to really push his form here and exaggerate him. I want him to be kind of huge. Honestly, I know I've kind of been drawing him a little bit smaller, but I might want to make him like something like maybe not as big as the Hulk, maybe more like the Thing. And yeah, just playing with ideas here. I think I'm foregoing the fur trunks, and we're going to do a cloth. And the style is going to be different too, because I'm going to do that the other cartoon book, A Little Rabbit. It's a tribute to like the Fleischer cartoons and the old Ub Iwerk stuff. So that's going to be 100% cartoon stuff. That's going to be all cartoon. So I figure if we actually get into the book of Berserker, which is going to be an illustrated novel, we can kind of do more, make it different. Especially if it's Berserker, he's going to be really messing up those nightmares that he's fighting. And we're still keeping the axe, and I think if we lean into the berserker part, I think the book's going to be a lot of fun. Because that was kind of the idea. It's very Frazetta inspired, but with more of a cartoon twist to it, because that's the style I like to draw. So. See. Oh, he's also gonna have this stuff here as well. But there's gonna be lots of black ink blood in this book. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be the fun part, you know. It makes sense. He has big hands. Teddy bears do. Yeah. It's big hands. He's got big fuzzy feet. You know what I mean? The better to cuddle with, right? Have the skinny arms and big hands. Yeah. I'm gonna have to slim up these arms a bit. I don't know, or I might push it farther. But yeah, I want him to have huge freaking hands, like bigger than his head. Like this hand's pretty big right now. But yeah, and give him a more expressive face, you know. I do details on him and then I forget sometimes, and then I'm like, oh, that's what I'm missing. So I always gave him this little tooth. I always had one tooth sticking up here ever since kind of the beginning, and I was like, oh dude, I gotta add that. I keep forgetting about that. But I want him to be imposing. And the girl's going to be on his back. She's probably going to be like this big. He's going to be tiny. I gotta get some cool Viking music to play it when I'm drawing Berserker. There's the band Danheim that I used for the trailer, and yeah, I just found them on YouTube, and I just like, oh, well, I'm gonna use this, and we'll see what happens. And this is copyright on the trailer, and they let their stuff be used on YouTube. So it's like, oh, sweet. So I can. Not like I'm trying to get monetized anyway. I mean, it would be nice, but to have cool Viking music play while I draw would be pretty damn cool. And the illustrated novel is going to be black and white as well. I gotta find my Berserker book. I think this is it. I keep changing the girl on the trailer. She looked the best, so I'm gonna have to draw that physically. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to draw her the same way. She's a little bit too cartoony. I might give him a cool accessory too. I don't know. I thought about giving him like a little necklace maybe or something from the girl, or that's maybe attached to his axe, or maybe a scarf that she put on him and he's wearing like a little like bandana scarf around his neck or something. Like I'm not sure yet. I'm not too sure. But I would like to add something. I'm adding these little like whiskers, kind of dots here. Hi, Margot. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just working on my character, Bear Zerker here. I think this is the first time I've seen you in the chat. Welcome. Just doing a little bit of drawing before I go to work today. I would like to do more morning draw streams, to be honest. I really like Kenneth Rockefort's. He just kind of chills out and draws. Unfortunately, I already drank my coffee. I got to make another coffee next time. Just something about drinking coffee and drawing in the morning. It's just very chill. Let's see. It's been a minute since I drew a normal girl. So let's see if I can try and do I gotta grab my other book. That's what I should have grabbed. Let's see where her eyes are going to be. We got to do her. Here. Let's see. That's right. Her PJs have poofy shoulders. She's in a little nightgown. Like one of those just long ones. My daughter loves those. I'm kind of thinking almost like Wendy from Peter Pan. Seems off here. Might be her body. Yeah. Yeah. Move that arm in more. Let's see. Catch up with you guys. It's afternoon here. Hail from Scotland. It's always coffee time. Yes, it's always coffee time. It never ends. Wow, Scotland. Awesome. Berserker, greatly. Oh, thank you very much. I'm sure Fanta has talked about me. Actually, I'm pretty sure she has some original Berserker artwork that I sent her too. She's a great supporter of the channel. Always nice to have her and hang out with her. So she's usually one of our regulars in the chat. Thank you very much, Margot. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm doing something different with Berserker. I don't want the pressure of crowdfunding, and I'm kind of using the ash can as a way to kind of cut my teeth and kind of figure out how printing works and how long it takes and the layout and laying the book out and the correct files and all that stuff. So I'm doing I'm doing an ash can for Berserker. It's good. It's a 12-page ash can. It's going to be the prologue to the main book. The main book is to be announced. I've been writing it, but haven't really done any art for it yet. It's going to be an illustrated novel, but it's going to be kind of the prologue to kind of lay down what the basic book is about, like the premise of the book. I'm only printing 100 copies, and I'm printing them by myself. I found a printer online, and I'm going to have them print the books for me. I'm going to pay for them up front. I'm going to have them in my hand. And then you guys are just, if you're interested, you just buy it directly from me. Unfortunately, I think shipping overseas is going to be really hard. But if someone wants to kind of pay for the shipping, I'll send it to wherever. But I'm estimating the price for the book is probably going to be $15, and then shipping is probably going to be $10 unless you're overseas. Then I'm gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, I'm only doing 100. I'm signing and numbering each copy. And that's going to be the first printing, and it's also going to have the color. The cover is going to be colored by Big Boy Robo. And that's going to be the only time I'm going to be using that cover on the book. Now, I may use that art, for something else, maybe like a little card or a mini poster or something down the line. But in terms of on the book, After this 100, it's that print. I'm never going to print that cover again. And yeah, it's going to buy it directly from me. And we'll see how it goes. I can do a digital form. Yeah, I can do a digital. Once I figure it out, like I said, this is the very first book I've ever done. Once I figure out how to do that, and do like a PDF or something. Yeah, no, absolutely. And also, I might play with doing stuff on Amazon. I'm not sure if you guys have Amazon in Scotland, but maybe something print on demand with a different cover at a price point, and then that way shipping doesn't kill you guys, and you just order it from Amazon, and then they print it however they do. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, they have printers that they use all over, the world and stuff. So then you could just order it from Amazon and have a physical copy, and the shipping won't be a kick in the pants. So I might do that too. But yeah, digital, I'm down for digital. I don't mind. But I've been talking to Chris Fisk here and there, and he's been having a decent amount of success with his Infinitale Chronicles. And he does the Amazon print on demand. So I'm kind of looking into that too. And I think that's a good option for people overseas. And that way you still get something to hold in your hands. And the Amazon itself, I'll probably do a different cover, or the cover might just be black and white with a color logo. I'm trying to remember how I drew her hair last time. We might have to change the shape a little bit. Yeah. Trying to think how I'm going to do her eyes now. Because I did them very cartoony, like Fleischer. And I don't know if that's going to work here. I don't want her to have I don't want to do it. I don't want it to look anime, to be honest. Yeah, we have Amazon. I ordered Eric's book from there. It was a coloring book. Eric, wait, okay, cool. All right, yeah. So I'm definitely gonna play with that as well. Because I just think you just tell them, like, all right, this is how much I want to make. This is what I, like what I want. And then they just, all right, cool. And then every time they print it, they get their cut, whatever how much there is, and then you get whatever's left over, which is based on the price of the book, I guess. This is the part. This is the part I like about digital is I can come back and kind of tweak what I don't like. Let's do something like that. Maybe break her up a bit. Yeah, I gotta do a whole character breakdown on her and Berserker. So I can kind of draw them consistently every time. Margaret says, I've never drawn digitally, but my youngest does most of his artwork on his pad. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm using Procreate on the iPad to actually do the book, but I do the rough in pencil, and then I'll just pretty much take a picture of it and import it in Procreate, and then just like make it a separate layer, and then make it a little bit, drop the opacity for it a bit, and then go ahead and do my lines over it, which is great. But sometimes I just want to do pencil and work in ink and stuff like that. But I mean, in terms of like Procreate on an iPad or even something like that, it's great because you get to, you have a studio with you everywhere you go, which is cool. I mean, I'll take my iPad with me when I'll go out to eat or, that too. And I have like Crossy Road on it for the kiddo. so I'll just put that on her let's say if we're waiting for a table or waiting for our food or something like that. Put Crossy Road on it. Or she also likes to draw on the tablet as well. I mean, she's 5, so she likes to like do coloring and stuff. That didn't come out too bad, I guess. He has a special screen that has a paper texture. Very ingenious. Yeah, I got one of those too. Tough for me to kind of get into. Yeah, I heard they wear out the nibs for the Apple Pencil. So I got a little thing called Pen Tips from Pen Tips, and it's actually a little silicone thing here that you put over your Apple Pencil tip, and it gives it resistance. This one's, I got the basic one, but I feel like it's too much, man. Like I really have to like press down and really drag it. Like I'm a pretty light pencil guy. Yeah, I go pretty light with my pencils until it's, then I darken them as I go along. But usually I go light with my pencils and then I just ink it. Let's see, 10:34. All right, probably another 10 minutes and we'll probably call it today. That gives me time to have to get ready for work. Here, I just would like circle it, move it with the tool. Trying to get that same size. One would be here, that one would be here, 4 would be here. I don't know what this other hand's going to be freaking doing. Yeah, if I was pen tips, yeah, I'd say just make sure where you get them from. Like they have decent reviews, and then also check the shipping, because like I saw that pen tips thing on Instagram, and man, it took forever for them to come. Like freaking 3 weeks, 4 weeks. They were coming from like Nova Scotia or something. And I was like, what? I never ordered them then. Then I used them for a bit and then never touched them again. But I'm sure they have other stuff probably cheaper or other companies make. But yeah, just wherever you order them from, just make sure you're not going to take you a month to get them. Because I was just like, man, I'm freaking waiting for these things, man. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be curved. Let's see. I want to say the end for this is probably going to be somewhere over here. I debated about giving him a spike at the end. The bottom of his axe. It's kind of a long axe. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. This perspective isn't the same. Yeah, you probably won't see the end of it, to be honest. Messages on. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, you probably won't see the. This is probably too big too. I probably have to go like this. Okay, too bad. I'll figure out what to do with the background later. I'll probably use, what's this? This is my soft pen. I'm trying to keep this one in my book. Nothing on the background either. This is mixed media paper, so it's so like beefy, but at the same time it's very rough. I'm not sure if I like it. But I got a whole pad, so we're gonna use it. Okay, so I'll make sure my strap matches up. Oh, I gotta draw some damage on this guy. That's kind of the fun part, Here we gotta draw him with some fluff. We don't need those. There we go. Got some fluff going. Yeah, that looks great. That's coming out pretty good. Fun little piece. Yeah, I don't know if I showed you guys. If you guys follow me on Twitter, Mighty Bot Studio. It might be hard to see because it's going to have some glare. I did this one and I really like the style of this. So I think this is going to be the style of Berserker moving forward after I do this, the Ash Can. I really like this one that came out. I really like the look, the size of his forearm, and this kind of bleeds into his hand. Kind of the Sam Keith threads and stuff coming out. So yeah, this is the kind of style I'm going to be going for, a little bit more refined and stuff on the actual Berserker book. But the Ash Can is following the original idea, which was going to be Fleischer Studios cartoons meets Frank Frazetta. What you've seen in the trailer, which I'll probably play here in a few seconds. But first, I want to thank you guys for coming in. Thanks, Margot. Thanks, Maji-chan. Welcome, Margot. First time I seen you in the chat. Welcome back, Maji-chan. Always nice to see you in the chat and hanging out. Like I said, the Ash Can will be available April, and we'll work on doing a digital copy. That'll be great, and also maybe work on getting it out on some kind of maybe Amazon print on demand. I think that's a good way for everybody to kind of get their hands on the book. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. So in case you don't know the story behind Berserker, Berserker is a teddy bear who enters the Nightmare Realm to save his owner, who's this little girl. And when he enters the Nightmare Realm, he becomes the Berserker. So he doesn't bleed, he fluffs. So, but yeah, I want to thank you guys for coming in. We'll be streaming on Wednesday. That's 10 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be the art department, or it might be Attack of the Prompts, whatever. I'll do Attack of the Prompts if Abra can make it. If not, we'll just do a normal art department. And I will play the trailer, and I will catch all you guys later. Have a good one.
Old Bear, the dark has taken the child. You must traverse the Nightmare Realm and bring her soul back before dawn, or she will be trapped there forever. Old Bear, prove